1,000 words, then your words should be worth 1,000 pictures.
Your poem should be worth 1,000 pictures. Exactly.
Let me tell y'all
And
something.
that's why.
He deep, y'all. He deep. So y'all might need to get a pen because he gonna drop the stuff on y'all. He gonna have y'all go, what? So AJ, what was your first poem that you wrote? Do you remember your first poem that you ever wrote?
Well, I hung out with my mother. I went washing with my mother. I went to the laundromat. I went to the grocery store. I went to all these places, and I would get paper bags, and I wrote poems everywhere we went. Because my goal of writing, the reason I feel like the reason I learned to write early because I wanted to write like Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
Dr. Seuss is my favorite author because I feel
Wow.
like he created everything from nothing. Because
Wow.
if I say the cat in the hat, you can see it.
Yes.
If I say green eggs and ham, you can see it. But these creatures, these things were created from nothing. And I say, how can you create everything from nothing? I need to practice. So I started writing early because I wanted to write like Dr. Seuss. I wanted to write rhymes. I wanted to write my own books. I wanted to write those. That was my goal in the very beginning.
So what was the poem that you wrote as a child?
But that's what I'm saying. I was in I was in every play from the first grade on. I had most of the major roles. I was a rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. I was a doctor. I was a doctor in the first grade, but I was a doctor of a sinister. So
Wow.
what I did is I put apostrophes and exclamation points and commas in all these places in the proper sentences. And then I was that doctor. So I played all these different roles in school. And I remember that role specifically because I when I was leaving the stage, they had this little slit in the curtains that wasn't the opening. And you know how the curtain has this bottom part that doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to leave the stage and I was going through there and I tripped and I almost fell on the way out. That's why I remember that because I was like, wow, I thought that was the opening. But I didn't fall and embarrass myself. But I did stumble quite
Okay, so
quite long.
let me rephrase that because I want you to recite a poem for us so you probably can't
Okay.
go
Well,
back to it.
the first slam poem I wrote, first slam poem. See, we created a slam in Fort Worth in the year 2000. In 2000, some friends of mine, we started doing open mics like in 1998 in Dallas, Fort Worth. We were
Mm-hmm.
all over Dallas doing open mics, and Dallas Poetry Slams had a slam team, I think being in 1995. So we would go to Dallas Slams and perform, but that was the only slam in Dallas in DFW. So we decided that we were going to create a slam team, so we created that in 2000. But the first slam poem I wrote was it's called Slangin'. And I think I remember that one. Let me see. I remember most of it anyway. It starts off, it says, got them words, 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 yeah. Got them words, got them words, got them words, got them words, got them words. Got them words, 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 yeah. Got them words, got them words, got them words, got them words, got them words. What's up, man? What's up, man? I got them words, man. I got them words. See, while everyone else is slanging drugs, you see, I'm slanging birds.
Mm.
Yo, girl, what's up? What's up, girl? What's up? I got them words, I got them words, while everyone else is slanging drugs. See, I'm slanging birds.
Wow.
So I usually hang out in those hard to get to places, finding people strolling aimlessly with no smiles on their faces. But every now and then I'll be hanging out in them big mall parking lots, so I can yell real loud so everybody know what I got. Yo, man, yo, what's up, man? I got the words, man. I got the words. Yo, son, I got the words. I got the words. While everyone else is slinging drugs, so I'm slinging birds. And that's
Wow.
I have to look at it. But that
Wow.
was the
Slanging. Slanging.
and
I
that
love it.
that was an essence that I could view. I felt like if you were a poet, that you could be standing on the corner with a drug dealer,
Yes.
selling your books and CDs because you say, look, I
Mm.
know you want that, but this right here gets you high right here. Check this out. This poem right here gets you high. Oh, this song right here gets you high. Get you high
Wow.
them things you're snorting and you smoking. This gets you high. And I felt
Wow.
like poetry got me high.
Yes.
Poetry was my
Yes.
high, so I didn't need any outside influence.
Wow. Wow. Somebody wrote, she said books back in the day would be underbred to determine if the book was one to be read by an adult or a child. I don't know if that, what's that? Delineation
That
is
delineation is
evident.
evident.
Evident
No,
still.
no, I'm saying she's correct, but the thing is it didn't require there were no PG or no inferences to say, oh, this poem right here is adult content. It was almost like you had to read it and say, oh, I wasn't expecting that in this poem. But no, that was one of the first poems I wrote was slanging, and I remember that poem specifically because The content was me thinking that poetry was strong enough to be sold as a drug like all the other drugs that people sell.
Wow. So what is it? What does it take to be a true poet?
Well, I really don't think it takes the individual to be willing to be honest with themselves. See, a lot of people like poetry because it sounds good, because they see people get applause, because they see people on stage and they think see, people can go on YouTube and look at poets and write a poem from somebody else's poem and it'll be your poem, but it's not in essence you just formatted it in a way that you heard somebody else the way you liked it to sound. But see, when you are true with you, when you're truthful with yourself and you begin to write the way you see the way your life is, then people can hear your life in the poetry that you write.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be an echo from somebody else's anything, because you say, oh no, I know they wrote a poem about the railroad, but my railroad was sky, it wasn't underground. My railroad was cloud. My railroad was in the clouds, not underground railroad. So you can write about you, but you need to find a way to see workshops. I believe everybody that writes should attend workshops. I'm saying I attend everybody's workshop. I really do. And I think you can either learn something in a workshop, whether you're learning not to write like the person that's giving the workshop, or you learn a little idiosyncrasy or something small from that particular workshop. Like, oh, I didn't think about doing that. I didn't think that words can be this way. I didn't think that you can design a thought this way. So,
wow.
And the one thing is, I always ask people what is their process. So what I decided to do, I say, if I was asking people what their process, if somebody asked me what my process was, could I define it? So I wanted to write the 4 steps that anybody can use. Anybody can borrow this and say, this is their process, but you can rearrange it and make it fit however you do. But the 4 stages of a process of whether you're a singer, a dancer, or artist, or painter, or whatever, is think it, see it, write it, be it. And I think that defines everything, because you think it first. Jackie J, my big sister in the house.
Think it, see it, write it, be it.
See, once you think it, then you have to see what it was you thought. See what the image was that you imagined. And when you see it, you can write it or draw it or place it, and okay, first step is this, second step is this. Think it, see it, write it, be it. And be it is that you have followed through with the write it part. When you follow through and write it, then the only thing left is for you to consume it as you placed it on the page, or if you placed it in the song or the lyrics, or do you have the hook? Is it how the first steps of the dance start? So anything that you do that uses imagination, you can actually apply this process, these 4 stages of the process, and it works.
Wow.